moment you realized that the world had changed? Let me tell you a quick little story that has nothing and everything to do with the future of our world and how you fit into it. In 1917, the United States faced a huge problem. They were working hard to compete in the industrialized economy, and there was a shortage. Not a shortage of oil or coal or other natural resources, a shortage of people, specifically obedient factory workers. The solution to this economic dilemma? It was an experiment of sorts. It hadn't been done before, until someone thought of it. Mandatory public school. Unfortunately, the initial purpose of the United States public school system was not to inspire children or generate scholars. And it wasn't created for dreamers, people who color outside the lines, break the rules, and challenge the status quo. The public school system of the early 1900s was invented to create a nation full of adults who would obediently do their jobs in the factory assembly lines. Teaching kids to sit in straight rows and scheduling the entire day with the ringing of bells wasn't by chance. Punishing those who didn't conform was purposeful. These were the skills they would need to join the labor force. Intentional or not, this early method of turning dreamers into workers was an investment in the nation's economic future. And it worked. This then led to several generations of productive, fully employed workers. But it isn't working anymore. Why? Our economy has changed. We don't live in an industrialized economy anymore. We live in a connected economy. Right now, there are more users on Facebook than there were people on the planet 200 years ago. Technology has made it possible for us to connect with people, ideas, and information from anywhere in the world instantaneously. And as a result, our economies have expanded from localized towns and communities to the entire world. We have globalized trade in nearly every way. In the past, the obedient, do-what-you're-told without question people were rewarded for working hard and putting their dreams aside in order to toe the line. They were given well-paying jobs that led to long-term careers. They were guaranteed pensions, benefits, and the promise that they would always be taken care of. And they were. But that promise is gone for most of us today. Even if you have a white-collar job, the majority of white-collar workers are still working in a factory. Instead of operating a sewing machine or welding a widget, they now push pencils, type on keyboards, or process paperwork. It's still factory work because the entire focus of the day is spent on increasing productivity, which leaves little room for creativity, spontaneity, or individuality. The educated, hard-working masses are still doing what they're told, but they're no longer getting what they deserve. Even if you do everything you are told to do today, graduate from high school, go to college, get a degree, work hard in whatever job you can find, if you're lucky enough to find one, you're not guaranteed anything. Companies are being forced to change or die right now. Layoffs happen much more often than job openings appear, and the highest paying jobs are disappearing or heading overseas at an alarming rate. If you have a job where your boss tells you exactly what to do, he or she will always find someone cheaper than you to do it. Did you know that the average length of a job today is about 4.5 years? Contrast that to the 1960s when it was 40 years. The connected economy rewards a different group of people. It rewards the people who see things differently, who don't conform, people who have ideas that no one else has, people who are willing to work hard but know that the old way of doing things is broken. The connected economy rewards you not for being a cog in the wheel of life, but for standing up and reaching out. The connected economy rewards the connectors. Whether it's connecting a person to a person, a business to a business to a product, or a product to a person, those who learn how to connect are the ones who will survive and excel in the connected economy. That is how the world has changed. It's not about to change. It already has. Things are different now, and they're not going back to the way they used to be. Look at Facebook. What's their product? It's you. Your network, your information, your ideas, they all have value. Does Facebook pay you for the money they make selling your information to advertisers? No. But we still use it because we have an innate desire to connect with people. In fact, neuroscientists have found that we are actually hardwired to connect with each other. Some people know how to leverage this innate ability in today's economy, but most don't. And because they don't know how to do it, most of them are paralyzed with fear, resisting the shift, despite clear indications telling them it's time to change. In 1917, a group of people performed an experiment that forever changed the way that we earned a living. The world today is facing another huge problem. We're facing a shortage of our own. Not a shortage of factory workers or consumers. The world has enough of those. We have a shortage today of dreamers and connectors. And so, we're holding our own little experiment. And you happen to be the subject of it. This 8-minute presentation was specifically designed to seek out and find the connectors around us. Those who recognize that we are on the brink of the next economic revolution, who are ready to thrive in the connected economy, and who are searching for the best way to do it. The internet and technology are rapidly changing the way that we do everything today, including how we make a living. It's not too late to embrace the change and find a way to make yourself relevant and profitable in our brave new world. And that's why we've invited you here today. We've created something that rewards you for connecting. It pays you for bringing people together behind a cause, product, or idea. And we have systematized it and made it so that you can do it from anywhere with anyone at any time. If you are passionate about helping people, if you are passionate about changing lives, if you want to position yourself to be a capitalizing force within the connected revolution instead of just a bystander, let's start now. Do you remember the moment you realized that the world had changed? How about the moment you realized you could change with it?
Well, good evening, everyone, and welcome to this wonderful wealth building webinar. My name is Sheila Abram, and I am pleased to be the presenter of this information tonight. We're going to talk about dreams. We're going to talk about the way the internet has changed things. And pretty much like the video said, the internet has changed everything. The way we do business, the internet has changed the way we shop. The internet has changed the way we pay bills. It does business, and we can do business at the speed of thought. See, one of the major financial downfalls of the Postal Service is the internet. See, back 30 years ago, when you needed to get a letter to Japan, how did you have to get it there? With the post office. And if you wanted to get it there fast, you had to pay their international shipping fee. Now, to get a letter to Japan, all you need is somebody's email address. You know, how way back 30 years ago, 40 years ago, how were we paying our bills? We were either walking into the particular business, whether it was a light company, gas company, phone company. If we didn't put a stamp on it and get it to them, we were walking into their outlets and paying right then and there. But now with the internet, pretty much every company that you transact business with has a website where they can accept your payment. They would actually rather you not walk in through the doors because that's less employees they have to hire. See, the internet is changing the way we do business. You know, Amazon has changed the way we shop. I shop more on Amazon than anywhere else. I might go look at it in a store, but the first thing that comes in my mind, I bet you I can get that cheaper on Amazon. And then I go, and guess what? I usually can. So how have we changed with the times? You know, people still, a lot of them have dreams of becoming a business owner, but they're so stuck in this rut of, I have to get a mom and pop store that's on the corner. I have to get something that people have to get in their car, and I hope that they see my sign and they actually have to stop, come in. So what do we do when they don't stop and they don't come in? Your monthly lease is still due. So even businesses have been put out of business by a lot of online companies. Now I'm going to show you just a little bit later a wonderful e-commerce business called Karatbars International. We shop online with Karatbars. We get gold online with Karatbars. We're able to build our business online with Karatbars and Karat Bank. We had a wonderful training session on Sunday, and one of our new affiliates was asking, you know, is there any way that Karatbars, the company, would help get a visa to travel out of the country to transact business? Well, the beautiful thing is you don't have to. I'm going to show you a little bit later just how many countries we are in that we deliver to in Karatbars. You can build a global business from the comfort of your home. From the comfort of your home. And then if money were not an object, if money was not an issue, how long would you vacation? How would you vacation? How many homes would you have? Would you have a winter home and a summer home? Or would you realize, wait a minute, that's winter staff and summer staff somewhere. No, I'm just going to go ahead and have my primary home. And then when I want to go vacation, I'm going to rent out the villa or the estate. Because now I'm saving on the daily upkeep until I come back. There's so many different things. You want to ride first class? Well, you don't have to own the private jet to do that. Because with the private jet comes the pilot, comes the maintenance on the jet, comes from the hangar, you got to rent a kit. There's so many expenses to actually owning true luxury items versus having the money to just benefit from them whenever you want to. How about you want to go to dinner and you want to take a helicopter to dinner because the restaurant at the top of the tower in whatever downtown you're going to go to has a helipad right there. Land your helicopter right on there, go to dinner, get back on your helicopter, get back home. You pass all of the traffic. But it doesn't mean you have to own the helicopter. You could just rent it. But if money were not an issue, what would you do? So many people have not ever just stopped and thought about and dreamed about and planned what would their life be if money were not an issue. You know, most people have done exactly what they were supposed to do. They have gone to school. They've gotten an education. They have graduated. They have graduated And then they're wondering, why can I not get a job? What happened? I did everything that society told me to do. I graduated, and then I was told to get a job, and then I started looking for that job. And then I was reality hit, and I found out that the jobs aren't paying what they used to pay or what I thought that a person with a 4-year degree would make, or there just aren't any jobs in my field. I went 4 years in a field, and there are no jobs in the field that I'm in. So the interesting fact is the US Census Bureau, they did a study. There's a study as to what has happened to 100 individuals that we sampled, different study groups of 100 individuals, age 65 years of age and over. And what they found is 1 is wealthy, which is interesting, out of 100. 1 is wealthy. 3 are still working. They're 65 and above. They are still working with no hope of retiring. 4 have enough money to retire, but do they have enough money to stay retired? 63 are dependent on Social Security, charity, and family. 29 are deceased. 29 out of that 100 are deceased. That means they worked until they died. They never knew a time where they did not have to punch a clock. They never knew that in their life. So you might be saying, you know what, that is not going to be me. I am not going to work until I die. I think the answer is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get 2 jobs. But I want you to look at the people that you know, because I know most of us know people that have 2 jobs. Are they actually debt-free? Are they actually any closer to reaching any kind of financial freedom number? Because if you're going to work 2 jobs, which is averaging about 60 plus hours a week, isn't the goal really financial freedom? But in most cases, the people with 2 and sometimes 3 jobs are just trying to make ends meet. Now, here's an interesting thought. If the task, the job, or career you perform was ever meant to make you wealthy and give you true freedom, don't you think it would have happened already? See, those people that you know with multiple jobs, they're not financially free. And they're not able to say money is not an issue for them. Well, there's a reality check. The reality check in that level of thinking of 2 and 3 jobs. And there's a reality check in what's really happening. And what's really happening is, if you're an employee, you are on the lowest, actually, I wanted to say the lowest level of the totem pole, but you're actually paying the highest income taxes. A W-2 earner, an employee, pays the most in income taxes. That's the way the system's designed. Now, you might say, you know what? No, I'm going to own my own business. I'm going to utilize my own skills. I'm going to open up my own practice. I'm going to open up my own shop. I'm going to open up my own service business because I know the quality of service I can give. Well, that actual level of business ownership is taxed the highest in that business category. And that particular level of business ownership is based upon your ability to perform on a daily basis. On a daily basis. I network with a dentist in our business networking group, actually a local chamber of commerce that I'm a member of. And this particular dentist has to be in his late 60s, maybe early 70s. And he was so happy to announce at one of our networking lunches that he was finally able to not work on Saturdays anymore. He had been working 6 days a week. He had his dental practice for more than 35 years, he said. And he was finally able not to work on Saturdays so he could spend more time with the grandchildren. But see, the real truth about that whole scenario is he still got to work Monday through Friday. And his income is still based on his ability to perform. Now, there's another category. This category is the business category. This category benefits from the leverage of others. They have employees. They are benefiting from that neighbor next door to the left, that employee, the E quadrant. That E quadrant, that employee is helping that business owner reach their goals, reach their profit goals, build that company that they dreamed of building, making it work. That B category benefits from the best tax breaks. But now there's another category that's important. And that category is important for wealth building. And that's the I category, the investor category. Now, the wonderful thing about the investor category is each and every category on this cash flow quadrant can participate in the I quadrant. The employee, he can participate in the I quadrant, where the money starts to work for you. The self-employed business owner, he can participate in the I quadrant. And the business owner definitely can participate in the I quadrant. Now you might be saying, how can I participate in the I quadrant, which is an investment quadrant where money can start to work for me? Well, there's some activities that you can do that's going to help you participate in the I quadrant. So what we're going to do is we're going to run into just a little education right now. We're going to talk a little about financial education. And this financial education is usually not taught in any type of school. Where you find the true financial education, do you know it's in books? It's in books like The Richest Man in Babylon. Books like Mr. Robert Kiyosaki's Think and Grow Rich. There are so many books that are going to teach you some financial education and some wonderful financial principles. And we're going to talk about a few of those financial principles. Principle number 1, you must pay yourself first. You have to start to adopt that practice by paying yourself first. And when you stop and think about it, you're the one that worked for it. So shouldn't you be the first person on your list of things you must pay? Absolutely. Myself should be number 1. That's a wealth principle. Wealth principle number 2, you must create residual income. You need to find a way to benefit from leverage. See, benefiting from leverage is going to be a system that generates wealth. You're going to get residual income. Now, Mr. Warren Buffett said, successful people know that if you don't find a way to make money while you sleep, you will work until you die. So find a way to create leverage. Now, you might be thinking right now, how can I find a way to create leverage? Would you like me to tell you how? I'm going to tell you in just a few moments. Now, number 3, you must find a way to solve taxation. And you're thinking, wait a minute, if it's one thing you have no control over are taxes. and how much you have to pay in taxes. Well, guess what? Having a home-based business, that's a great way to reduce your tax exposure. You need to take time to write that down. How to solve taxation? It is by having a home-based business. That's going to reduce your tax exposure. Now, number 4, you must find a way to solve inflation. Now you're thinking, you know what? For decades, the powers that be have never been able to solve inflation. The dollar buys less than it has. Nobody can fix that. You're thinking that has to be one of the biggest problems is inflation. Things keep going up. But what you don't understand is the dollar keeps buying less. The purchasing power of the dollar is less. So you need more dollars to buy that item. But how would you like a solution? See, it's nice to say you need to go and do something. It's nice to say, this is what you need to, this is the problem you need to fix. But sometimes we would love to just be given a solution. You know, give me a lifeline. Tell me how I can benefit from those 4 wealth principles. Well, I'm about to give you that lifeline right now. And that lifeline is Karatbars International Gold Acquisition, Wealth Building, Financial Freedom, and Payment System. It is simply this: save the money you want to keep in gold, and then get paid when you invite others who also save in gold. Now that's a wealth building system. Let's talk about solving inflation. Gold is money insurance. Let's talk about leverage. Karatbars International Wealth Building System is going to, when you utilize the system, you're going to be working with leverage and you're going to get residual income. Now, Karatbars International was founded in 2011. It internationally ships to more than 120. We're getting there. We're getting to 130, 120 countries worldwide. We're specializing in the production and sales of high quality gold products in small transaction friendly weights. We are in the downtown commercial district of Stuttgart, Germany. We're about a block and a half away from the Mercedes-Benz Corporation. Here is our CEO and founder, Mr. Harold Seitz. Mr. Harold Seitz has his own gold magazine. Mr. Harold Seitz owns Karatbars International, Karat Pay, Karat Gold Corp. We're changing the name to Karat Gold Corp. He is a senator in Europe. He's been interviewed on stock exchanges. Right now, he's in the US, in New York, being interviewed by one of the major stock markets, the stock exchange. That's Mr. Harold Seitz. He's not hiding under a rock. He is very visible, and he makes his goal public. He wants the world to know exactly what his plans are, because Mr. Harold Seitz knows that wealth building is a mindset. And that requires you to activate a system that's going to help generate wealth. Mr. Harold Seitz has created a system that will literally perpetuate the generation of wealth for the masses using the only real form of money, and that's gold. Everything else is a money substitute. It is an absolutely amazing opportunity, and there are 4 easy ways to participate. Now, option 1, save gold. Saving gold helps preserve your purchasing power. Remember when we talked about wealth principle number 1, pay yourself first? Well, you want to pay yourself first in an asset. In an asset that you can't readily liquidate. You know, before you decide to sell a gram of gold for a meal, you're going to say, no, that's not worth it. Wait a minute. No, I'm not about to sell a gram of gold for a Happy Meal or any other kind of value meal. But guess what? You definitely would pull out your debit card and liquidate some of your wealth for any and every whim. That's why you want to go ahead and preserve your purchasing power in a vehicle that you're going to think twice about liquidating. You're going to say, wait a minute, do I really want that purse? Because that's a 3-grammer. I could get 3 grams of gold for that purse that I'm thinking I want, not that I need. You're going to start to change the way you spend simply by changing the way you save. And the reality is gold is money. Gold is a safe store of value and wealth. Now, there are a number of examples about how in 1971, the various things that you could buy. For 60 ounces of gold, you could get a car in 1971. Flash forward today, 2010, same 60 ounces will get you 3 economy cars. 1971, a gram of gold will get you about five loaves of bread. Dollar will get you 4. Flash forward today, that gram gets you 25 loaves of bread plus. Now that dollar gets you about 2 slices. Now let's talk about money. Sometimes people love examples where money is involved. Well, in 1971, $1,000. If you put that under your mattress in 1971, and then you also took another $1,000 and you bought 24.6 ounces of gold and you put that under your bed as well, well hidden. Then you looked up today and you took it out. The dollars lost 83.5% of its purchasing power, while that gold that you only spent $1,000 for is worth $32,000+. That's a 3,000 plus increase. So in this example alone, what is a safe store of value? And this example alone, isn't this the solution to inflation? See, we weren't going to just bring up problems on this webinar. We were going to give you solutions as well. Gold is the solution. And Karatbars International, our gold is 24 karat 999.9 fine gold. Our store of values in 1 gram, 2.5, and 5 gram increments. When we want to give gifts, we give the gift of gold in the world of Karatbars. You know of any weddings coming up this year? Give a wonderful bride and groom. Give them an asset, something that's going to appreciate in value. They're going to appreciate you more. You know, some wonderful couples having an anniversary, or maybe you're having an anniversary. Give the gift of gold. You want to say, I love you, happy birthday, congratulations. Give the gift of gold. At Wealth Builders Worldwide, we have a wonderful Wealth Builders Gold Gladiator card, Gladiator Gold card. That's what's in our wallet. Now, we also have another product in Karatbars, and it's called KaratPay. Our KaratPay Cash Gold. Now, cash gold has some multiple uses right now. Cash gold is in small transaction-friendly ways because you must agree that there are a lot of countries out there that their economic system is much less than ours. See, some people have to struggle. That beautiful 1/10 of a gram of cash gold goes for about $7.25 in US dollars. Sometimes that's about almost a month's wages in some countries. For sure, it's a week's wages in a lot. So in order for them to be able to start to change their lives with gold, we offer them a denomination that will help do that. That's our wonderful cash gold. We also have cash gold in 1 grams, 3 grams, and 6 grams. See, and it's our cash gold that's going to fuel and fund our Carrot Pay app. As we buy cash gold and load it into our Carrot Pay app, see, more and more merchants are coming on board. And these merchants are saying, you know what? I definitely want gold for my product, goods, or services, because the gold that I'm going to collect from my products, goods, and services, that's what I'm paying myself first with. I'm going to save that gold. That's going to be the gift that keeps, that's like having a customer that keeps on giving me a bonus or a tip as the gold rises. And we also now have a wonderful, wonderful Carrot Bank coin. It's a cryptocurrency, but what makes our cryptocurrency different? See, remember we talked about our cash gold has so many different functions? Well, our cryptocurrency, Mr. Harold Seitz, it's his gold or goal to have every single coin, every single Carrot Bank coin be backed by 1/10 of a gram of gold. That's the goal that he's working towards. And his plan is he feels he's going to have that accomplished within a year. So do you understand that it's like putting money insurance, real money insurance, on something that's completely digital? Mr. Harold Seitz is a visionary and he's an innovator. Now, option 2, we save and we earn. You in the free position, once you register and you start to immediately tell others about this wonderful wealth building program, immediately you're going to start earning 0.5%. And according to the level of income or revenue generated in your organization, it could go as high as 6%. That's in the free position. And then we have option number 3. You maximize your earning potential by getting a business package. Remember in one of the wealth principles where it says you must find a way actually to lower your tax exposure by starting a home-based business? Here's a wonderful home-based business for you. You simply register, you pick a business package. You get in where you fit in, but you race to VIP, but get in where you fit in. You then upload your KYC documents. That's your know your customer documents. Karatbars must know you're a real person, and they must know where you live. Now, the reason they must know where you live, your business package is going to come in the mail. They must know where you live, the gold that you're paying yourself first with. When you choose to have it delivered, it's got to be delivered to the right address. You don't want anyone else getting your money. See, if it's one thing you've learned tonight, gold is money. Then we have a wonderful system to help with the pay yourself first option, and that's called auto exchange. You decide how much you're going to pay yourself first with, whether it's a 1 gram, 2.5, or 5 gram. You decide how often you're going to pay yourself first, whether it's weekly, bi-weekly, or monthly. You simply set it and go back and forget it. And well, go back and increase it when you can, but usually when you set it, you just forget it. It's automatically done. You're automatically paying yourself first. And that's the best way to do it. Now, you're going to just invite others to repeat steps 1, 2, 3, and 4 right there. If you know people that can repeat those 4 steps, guess what's going to happen? Duplication is going to happen, because they're going to be getting business packages. They're going to be paying themselves first. They're going to be talking to others, bringing them in. This is such an exciting program. See, that is duplication. Now I'm going to give another quick example of duplication, and that's a penny that doubles every day for 30 days. You know, there's a wonderful story that talks about, what if I offered you a briefcase? I love to up the ante. Normally the briefcase is of like $200,000, but I like to say, what if I offer you $500,000 right now? in a briefcase? Or would you delay some self-gratification just for 30 days and just take a penny that doubles every single day for 30 days? How many of you out there would take that? Most people say, no, give me the $500,000 right now. I could do some things. But it's the person that has vision. And it's the person that understands duplication. They're going to understand, you mean in only 30 days, short amount of time, I'm going to have $5,368,000 plus? That's a no-brainer. See, why would you take a $500,000 when you could have $5+ million in just 30 short days? That's the power of duplication. See, the beautiful business model that I'm introducing to you, you're not doing it alone. You're trying to find other people that want to save their own wealth. They just want to save it in a better form. And that's gold. You're looking for people that want to save every year when they have to pay their taxes. They want to be able to reduce their tax exposure. That's who you're looking for. They're going to get a business package. So we have the answer. That's the easiest duplication. You are in a business of helping others. That's what you're in the business for. You're in the business of helping others solve taxation and solve inflation. What a better business could that be? You know, a lot of people say, I like to help people. Well, you're truly helping people if you're helping people keep money in their pocket. Now you're talking helping people. When you're helping people save for the next generation, now they're finally going to have assets and true wealth to leave to their family. That's helping people. And once people start to realize, you know what, this is something I must do because I haven't been able to do this at all before I started saving my money in an appreciating asset, and that's gold. There are so many of us in the world of wealth builders worldwide. I am definitely one of them who've never had the amount of savings that I have before I started saving in gold. I'm a traditional business owner, and I was a firm believer in those profits were for spending because I earned them. It's my business. I can. But that doesn't help the next generation. I am so proud that my grandchild, my grandchildren are going to inherit gold. They're going to inherit a legacy. Now let's talk about how you can earn some money in your new Carrot Bars business. When you get your business package, it turns on what's called the dual team. It's a left side and a right side, too, dual team. And that you're going to start benefiting from to infinity. All of Carrot Bar's products have gold attached to them. Whether it's our 1 gram products to our 6 gram products, our business packages have units attached to them as well. And then when you reach 25 units on one side and 50 on the opposite side, doesn't matter what, long as they're on opposite sides of each other, you're going to get a dual team payout. And that dual team payout, you will get it no matter where in your organization this happens. I mean, levels down. It could be someone coming in and they're like on level 1,000 below you. And they get a business package. Let's just say for this example, they get a gold package. That comes with 50 units. Well, chances are and let's say they were on your right side. Now they're on your right side, 1,000 levels down. They get a gold package. Do you know 50 units is going to flow upwards through every single person In that straight line up, it's not going to zigzag around, but in that straight line back up, that right side, everyone with a business package is going to get 50 units. Now, chances are on your left side, you already have 25 units sitting there, just waiting for the 50. Or it could be vice versa. You could have 100 units sitting there on that left side. And then when that person gets that gold business package and that 50 unit flows up the right side, do you know you're going to have 2 dual team payouts? 2. Because you have 100 on the left. 50 goes in 100 2 times. You're going to have 50 on your right. 25 goes into 52 times. That's 2 dual team payouts. And that happened, somebody came in there 1,000 levels deep, but they got a gold package. Now you might be saying, well, then how much will I get paid? I'm going to tell you this, in the world of Karatbars, you choose. If you have a bronze package, you're going to get paid about $25. If you are a silver, about 50, gold, about 75, and the VIP is right about 100. So you get to choose. But if you were VIP in this example, you now have about $200. And if you're the person who sponsored that person that fell 1,000 levels deep because your organization is a monster organization and they got that wonderful gold package, you're going to get a direct commission. You're going to get 20% of the price of that gold package. And that's going to be paid to you the following Friday. So that's 2 pay income streams from one activity that happened. But then remember I talked about earlier, there's a wonderful unilevel. That unilevel system, it keeps going. See, it works independently of the dual team system. And let's say at this particular point, your organization's 1,000 levels deep. The volume that's generated, you're at already 5% of the total volume. You get that paid on a monthly basis. Now that's 3 different ways I just showed you or gave you an example of how you get paid on the exact same activity. The exact same. Now remember, Mr. Warren Buffett says you have to benefit from leverage, right? Isn't this the best example of leverage? This is the best example of making money while you sleep, because you could have been asleep when that person signed up and got their gold package 1,000 levels deep. See, this is the type of change that you want to adopt. This is the type of business model that allows you to build a global business from the comfort of your home, your own home. On our team, we had people just this week alone sign up from the UK, from Singapore, from South Africa. And we were here in the comforts of our own home, our business partners. See, they did it over social media, sharing this wonderful opportunity. Now, the system is designed to pay out 180,000 dual team payouts per week. You could do the math on that. Now, remember I said when you qualify to be paid, you're paid the following Friday. Well, you're paid on a wonderful prepaid MasterCard. It's good in ATMs across the world. And Mr. Harold Sykes does one other thing to help you build wealth. Anytime you're earning more than $200 in commission in 1 week, he's going to pay you with a gram of gold and the rest in euro on that prepaid MasterCard. He's going to help you build your wealth. Now, here's option number 4. It's our newest option. We invest in Karat Gold Coin, and that's an investment. See, one of the things, remember in the connected society, the connected video, she's talking about how things are changing. Well, the world is changing. And one of the ways the world is changing is through cryptocurrencies. So Karat Gold Corporation, which is our sister company, it has a wonderful karat gold coin. And remember, I told you what Mr. Harold Sykes, his vision is that each one of these is pegged to cash gold. See, this is another wealth building opportunity for you. There's so many of them in the world of Karat Bars and Karat Gold Corporation that you want to take advantage of. Now, the research has been done. We get our gold from LBMA approved refineries. We're in over 120 countries worldwide. FedEx is our delivery partner. We get paid on a wonderful MasterCard, and there are wonderful fundraising opportunities for nonprofit organizations. The Vatican is one of them that has been participating for 6 years, raising money with the likeness of Pope John Paul II on that branding card. We have hundreds of thousands of satisfied customers and affiliates worldwide. And we do 3 simple things, and now we say 4. We save a lot of gold. We tell a lot of people we make a lot of money, but we also save a lot of Karat Bank coin. That's all we do. And we also have a wonderful system for you. We don't just sign you up and just let you flounder in the wind. We have training on Sunday nights, Friday nights, and Saturday afternoons. We have a daily motivational and inspirational call called the Power Call. We have a leadership call on Wednesday nights. Mr. Ty Best, he is the host and the moderator of that call, and he is joined by his wife, Miss Valerie Best, most of the time. We also have this wonderful wealth building presentation. It's done on Tuesday nights, Thursday nights. It's done on Saturday afternoons, and it's done on Friday evenings. See, different times for different, we want to hit everybody. People need to see something at a different time. We have it here for you. We have a website that will help you take your business to the next level. It's called wealthbuildersworldwide.info. We have everything from business cards to capture pages, websites to help you capture the activities of your interested prospects, help get them signed up, click of a button on your own website. We also have a wealth building presentation page called wealthbuildingsystem.info or therealmoney.info. And then when you sign up, you get your wonderful back office. It's a state-of-the-art international interactive back office with Karat Bars International. So this is our wonderful system. You might be saying right now, how do I sign up? How do I get involved? Well, I want you to get back to the person who invited you to this wealth building webinar. You may have stumbled across this on Facebook. Whatever leader that you're seeing this on their Facebook page, send them a message. You can even do a personal Facebook Messenger message and say, you know what, I really like what I'm seeing on this webinar. I want to learn more. I'm interested in benefiting from leverage and building some massive wealth for me and my family. Please help me get signed up. And our wonderful business partners are going to definitely help you do just that. So once again, my name is Sheila Abram, and I thank you for listening to this wealth building webinar. Don't wait. If you're not already involved, get started today. You want to get started now. And I thank you so much for attending.